catch 'em all.
Hey guys, PokeDan here. A few months back, I made a video talking about what Pokemon certain singers reminded me of and what Pokemon they would be. And since you guys enjoyed that and I enjoyed making it, I thought I'd make this into a series. As you guys may know, right now there's a new superhero movie out called Avengers Infinity War. I saw this movie the day it came out and personally I really enjoyed it, and actually, superheroes are a passion of mine. So I thought I'd make the next subject for this series, superheroes. And because there are so many, I'm going to limit it to just Marvel superheroes. Specifically, those who appeared in Infinity War. Of course guys, this is just in my opinion, and if you don't agree with any of my choices, then be sure to tell me yours down in the comments. But with all that being said, let's get started with the video. So let's kick it off with one of the first Avengers, Iron Man. Tony Stark is a billionaire and he is the face behind this superhero. Before he was Iron Man, Tony wasn't nearly as metallic as he is. And the same can be said for Genesect. Before Team Plasma blinged this legendary up to make it a powerful weapon, it was just a regular Pokemon, and for that, Iron Man would be Genesect. Heck, even Genesect's shiny form looks like Iron Man. Another original Avenger is Thor, God of Thunder. Now for this superhero, you'd probably expect me to say he would be a hammer Pokemon. And to be honest, I probably would. But since none of these really exist, let's look into the thunder element of Thor. Like I said, Thor is the God of Thunder. And the closest thing to gods that we have in Pokemon are legendaries. So I'd have to say that Thor would either be Thunderous or Zeraora. Personally, I think these are pretty good picks for Thor, and yeah, they just fit the part well. Up next we have Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. The Hulk is a big, mean fighting machine, and if he were a Pokemon, he'd be a fighting type. So what fighting Pokemon would he exactly be? Well, I think the perfect choice is Machamp, specifically Shiny Machamp, because it's green just like the Hulk. Machamp is one of the strongest fighting types out there, and minus the whole 4 arms thing, it pretty much is the Hulk in the Pokemon franchise. Yet another original Avenger. Next we have Captain America. This strong soldier is one heck of a patriot. So yeah, because of that, I had to go with the obvious choice, Braviary. Just like Captain America, Braviary is pretty strong. And whenever someone asks which Pokemon reminds them of America, it's this guy. Both Braviary and Cap are icons for the USA in nerd culture. And even though Braviary has no shield, I still think it's a pretty great choice. The final OG Avenger that I'm going to be talking about is Black Widow, because, well, no one likes Hawkeye. Anyway, Black Widow is a strong kick-ass superhero, and she reminds me a bit of Mega Lopunny. Of course, this Pokemon is generally looked at as being a female Pokemon, and since Black Widow is also female, it fits the part. As well as that, when Lopunny Mega Evolves, it becomes part fighting type, and it truly has the power to kick some butt. Black Widow and Mega Lopunny do share some similarities, so for that, if Black Widow was a Pokemon, she'd be this one. Okay, so for the next bunch of superheroes, let's do this as a quickfire round. And let's talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's start with Gamora, the adopted daughter of Thanos. She is the green female guardian and kind of a cross between the Hulk and Black Widow. And the Pokemon she'd be is Zarina. Gamora would be this Pokemon because Zarina is a strong physical attacker. And well, it's also partly green. So that's good enough, I guess. Another guardian is the loudmouth Rocket Raccoon. And because of the animal Rocket's based off is a raccoon, it only makes sense for his Pokemon counterpart to be Zigzagoon. Honestly, Zigzagoon looks a bit more innocent than Rocket, and I couldn't imagine Zigzagoon with a gun, but hey, this Pokemon fits Rocket. Groot is another member of the team and he's famous for saying, "I am Groot." And because Groot's a tree, it would be Trevenant. That's pretty much it. After that, we have Drax the Destroyer. And you gotta admit, Drax has an uncanny resemblance to the Pokemon Machoke. Not only do they look alike, but both of these are strong fighters, so if Drax was a Pokemon, he'd be a Machoke. The latest member to the Guardians team is Mantis, and I was going to say that Mantis would be Lurantis because of the whole Mantis connection, but my friend Silver Beanie pointed out that Mantis doesn't actually look like a praying mantis, and instead, because of this hero's antenna, Silver suggested Chinchou, and I gotta say, Silver my dude, that's a cracking choice. So, the final Guardian is Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, and I won't lie, I've got nothing. So let's pretend I said something awesome and we can just move on. Damn, that's a lot of Guardians. But next up, we have a couple of heroes from Phase 3 of the MCU, being Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Black Panther. Let's start with Doctor Strange. This is a magical superhero who has the power to control time with the Time Stone. And what Pokemon do we know that's connected with time? It's Celebi. Even though Celebi doesn't look as dashing as Benedict Cumberbatch, if Doctor Strange was any Pokemon, of course he'd be the one connected with time, so yeah, Celebi was just the perfect choice. Up next, we have Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. Spider-Man has had a couple of different faces throughout his movie history, but personally, I think Tom Holland is the best man for the job. As we know, Spidey is connected with spiders, so the Pokemon that Peter Parker would be is Ariados. I would have said Galvantula, but I don't know, Ariados just seems to fit the role a bit better. The final hero from Phase 3 that I'll be talking about is none other than Black Panther. Black Panther blew records at the box office, and fair to say, a lot of people enjoyed the movie. The Pokemon that I think would best suit T'Challa is Liepard. Even though it's not technically a panther, I think Liepard is pretty much the closest thing that we have to one. So yeah, that's Phase 3 wrapped up. Let's move on to the next hero. Okay, so I know I just said hero, but let's be honest, Thanos is the furthest you can get from a hero. This big bad villain is the main antagonist in Infinity War, and it was pretty hard to come up with a Pokemon to compare him to. But eventually, I settled for Tyranitar. Both of these characters are physically huge, and they're both very powerful. Tyranitar is a pseudo-legendary, so it has more stats than the usual Pokemon. And Thanos, let's be honest, is really powerful. And it even takes nearly all the Avengers just to rival him. Out of all of the possible Pokemon that Thanos could have been, I think Tyranitar is probably the best match. But anyway, that pretty much wraps things up for this video. I know I didn't mention all the heroes and villains from the movie, and that's because if I did, the list would just be too long. I'll probably make a part 2 to this video closer to Avengers 4, but still, be sure to leave a comment down below for what Pokemon those heroes would be. Also, if you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to more from the series, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. But with all that being said, for now, I've been PokeDan and you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.